Chapter 12. Right, this'll do nicely, said Mr. Hepworth. They'd reached a grassy hollow where the land ran down a gentle slope to a cliff, which was neither sheer nor high. The grass was very green and quite short, and the children sat down on it and took out their packed lunches. So again, we are feeling much more relaxed. We are enjoying the view. We're taking out our packed lunches. So the author builds us up and then brings us back down again, and our emotions follow this journey. Friends sat together, and the three teachers found a spot near the top of the slope from which they could see what everybody was doing. Fliss grabbed Lisa's elbow and steered her away from the group she'd been about to join. "I've got to talk to you," she hissed. Ellie Mae stood, wondering whether to go with them or stay with the group. Fliss turned and called, "See you in a bit, Ellie Mae. Okay." Ellie Mae nodded. "Sure." She sat down between Hayley and Bobby Tuke. The people didn't want her around. She wasn't going to worry about it. "What's up?" said Lisa when they got settled. Fliss swallowed a mouthful of fish paste sandwich. "You heard what Trotter said back there about her?" She nodded towards Ellie Mae, who was sitting with her back to them. Lisa nodded. "I think he made it up. He's like that." Fliss shook her head. "I don't. I heard footsteps, didn't I? I think it was Ellie Mae, and I think she was in that cupboard when I went to the bathroom." Her friend looked at her. "Don't be silly, Fliss. It was a dream. Why would Ellie Mae sit in a cupboard in the middle of the night making funny noises? Why would anybody? And how could a door have a number on it at midnight and none in the morning? You're balmy." "No, I'm not. What about the water on the bathroom floor?" "Anybody could have squirted water. People do it on purpose, don't they?" "Well, what about Ellie Mae then? What do you think is wrong with her?" Lisa shrugged. "I don't know. I'm not a doctor, am I? Maybe she's got food poisoning, which we all will after these rotten sandwiches." She pulled a face, chewing. "Why? What do you think's wrong, Dr. Morgan?" "I think something happened to her in that cupboard. I wasn't dreaming it at all. I know that now. I'm off to talk to Trot." She got up and went over to where David Trotter was sitting with a group of his friends. The boys stopped talking at her approach and squinted up at her, shielding their eyes with their hands. "What do you want?" asked Gary Buzzard through a mouthful of something pink. Fliss ignored him. "Can I have a word, please, Trot?" "Trot," whooped Richard Varley. "What is she, Trot? Your girlfriend or something?" Trotter blushed. "Is she, heck?" He scowled up at Fliss. "What about?" "I'll tell you over there." She nodded towards a vacant spot on the slope. The others laughed. "Watch her, Trot," said Buzzard. "She's after you." The red-faced boy scrambled to his feet. "Come on then," he growled, "and it better be important or else I'll chuck you off the cliff." They moved away from the others, and Fliss told him what she'd seen and heard in the night, linking it with what he'd seen and with Ellie Mae's present condition. The boy glanced across at Ellie Mae once or twice while she was speaking, and when she'd finished, he nodded. "Okay, it all fits, and she looks rough, no doubt about that. But what I don't get is, why would she go up 2 floors and into a cupboard in the first place? And if she did, and something happened to her there, something bad, wasn't she told one of the teachers?" Fliss shrugged. "I don't know, Trot, but there's something funny going on, isn't there?" "Maybe, but what do you want me to do about it?" "I don't want you to do anything, not by yourself. I'm thinking of keeping watch tonight to see if Ellie Mae goes walkabout again. I think Lisa will join me. Will you?" "I don't know. Seems a bit daft to me. I mean, a cupboard. I ask you, Felicity, what could there be in a cupboard? Fliss. What? Fliss. Call me Fliss. Oh, I see. Fliss, what could be in a cupboard? Who knows, she chuckled. The point is, dare you keep watch with us and find out? How do you mean, dare I? Do you think I'm scared or something? Fliss has been quite clever there, hasn't she? So Trot was kind of in two minds about whether he wanted to get involved with this, and was doubting Fliss's kind of idea, really. And she's manipulated the situation by trying to suggest that he was scared, which is very clever. How do you mean, dare I? Do you think I'm scared or something? Could be. Well, I'm not, I can tell you that. Prove it. Watch with us. Okay, if Gary can come too. How do you know he wants to? Well, I don't yet. He doesn't know anything about it, but he'll want to be in on it when he does. Can I tell him? Fliss sighed. I suppose so. But get him by himself, right? I don't want the whole class stampeding around in the middle of the night, or nothing will happen at all. The boys smiled. I don't think it will anyway. Well, we'll see, won't we? Said Fliss. So they are going to stake out the third floor and see what happens in the middle of the night. What do you think? Do you think anything will happen? Do you think that they've just heard these sounds in the night? Someone spotted Lisa going to the toilet and it's all just a coincidence and nothing to be worried about at all? Or do you think there's something more at play? We shall find out next. The next chapter is chapter 13. We'll have to wait for that one.